Hello guys, this is Red from Red's Third Dimension Gaming, and today I'm bringing you a review on Dead or Alive Xtreme 3. Not Beach Volleyball, they took that out of the title, it's just called Xtreme 3. And they also took the E out, so it's extra extreme. So this is another fan service game that has come out on the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation Vita platforms. Dead or Alive Xtreme 3, Fortune and Venus. Fortune on the PlayStation 4, Venus on the PSV. Are the sexiest Dead or Alive series games to ever be released. Unfortunately, there isn't much improvement on the gameplay over previous versions such as Paradise, which was on the PSP, and Dead or Alive Xtreme 2 for the Xbox 360. Dead or Alive Xtreme 3's story contains only 9 out of the whole cast of Dead or Alive girls going on a vacation to Zack's Island. This is all the story you really get when it comes to this game. There was also a part in the opening cutscenes about Zack having to rebuild the island because of a disaster, but none of this carries over into the actual game itself. You're pretty much only there for the girls and the gameplay, if you like the gameplay. The game only takes 1 to 3 hours to beat with each character too. What is more interesting is if you read the wiki for this game, there is way more backstory on each of the characters. How did Koei Tecmo come up with the roster? Well, they had fans vote on their favorites. This just seems like an excuse to be kind of lazy in my opinion, because some of these characters have been in the Dead or Alive roster for over a decade, and to just cut them out of the game and with just newer characters, I think it's kind of cruel to do it like that. Characters like Marie Rose are cute, but not as titillating as Tina or Mila. And I'm surprised they cut Tina out of this game because she is definitely a fan favorite. I don't know who they were asking to vote for this, but that's just a shame. It's a shame to not include the whole female cast from Dead or Alive 5 last round. They should have had the whole female cast. Even the clones of Kasumi. If the short roster and vacation time wasn't bad enough, the beach volleyball, casino, rock climbing, and more aren't as entertaining as I thought they would be. The only fun I had was the butt bumping battles and everything that had nothing to do with the minigames. DOA X3 also has the least amount of content compared to the previous games. There are only 6 minigames. The following has been removed: multiplayer, they had that in Dead or Alive Xtreme 2 on the 360, jet skis, and slot machines. This is the only way I could make money when I played Dead or Alive Paradise in the casino, and that was the slot machines, because they make it hard as crap with winning, and they make it so hard to win at playing poker or anything against these other girls. Graphics and new technical features is the only thing this game has going for it. I was only entertained by the butt battles because it sometimes caused the swimsuits to malfunction, and this causes a girl to hold her top. So I don't understand why it has that 18 plus rating on my case, because this isn't close to anything but a big tease. There's no nudity, there's no swearing, there's just a lot of sexuality, and I'm surprised that it gets an adult rating when there's nothing really bad about it. Grand Theft Auto 5 had nudity in it and it didn't get an adult rating, so I don't know why this one does. The game's realism is amazing on most of the characters. However, I want to point out one character in particular, Kasumi. She has been on the cover of majority of the Dead or Alive games, and she looks the most unfinished. Her hair looks like it came out of one of the older Dead or Alive games, but if you've seen her in Dead or Alive 5 last round, it actually looks better than this game. I was looking for the most realistic female ever, but she ends up being half finished. Just about every other character looks amazing though. I love the amount of detail the game developers put into it. The tan lines gradually getting more tan, characters, sweat, and the boobs are fantastic. The game is one of the most graphically appealing games I have ever seen. It's too bad most of the gameplay is lacking. While playing the game, each minigame is both tedious and mindlessly pressing buttons that appear on the screen, or they can sometimes be unnecessarily challenging. The volleyball used to be what this game was named after. In this title, it is not for a reason. The reason being the girls won't always let you do what you want. I wanted to set the ball so many times, and instead my girl would just jump up and try to spike it on the opponent. So because I clicked the set button, it would make me hit the net instead. This kind of made me frustrated throughout the whole game while playing volleyball. Although I started getting used to it, it still sometimes did it, and it was very frustrating. The volleyball, though, would be my second favorite mini game out of all of them. There are 2 modes that you can play around in. When you are in girl mode, you can play the games, eat food, buy clothes, give gifts, play in the casino, relax, and that's about it. In owner mode, aka creeper mode, you get to watch the girls play, relax, take pictures of them, and that's pretty much all you can do in that. You also can do pretty much the same thing as the girls, except taking pictures basically while they're playing and relaxing instead of actually doing those things. But you can give gifts, which if you give them a good gift, it can increase their liking of you, or you can buy the DLC, which is what a lot of YouTubers and people are doing. They're wasting all their money just to get the strip tease at the end. So when you manage to get your character's feelings up high enough, you get an unlockable strip tease ending. Otherwise, if you don't do this, you just get a normal basic credits ending. I really wish they would have just given you it anyways, because you don't always know what they like, but you can buy pretty much DLC and get it. In order to get your girl to like you, you'll have to buy her something that she will like. You can buy these items with Zack money. There is a max limit of $1.5 million though, and this is strange because some swimsuits cost $700,000. So say you're saving up your money and you want to buy more than one outfit, you can't. You have to basically spend it. Once you get to 1.5, then you have to spend it to earn more. The game's bikini clothing lines and bouncy boobs more than make up for the lack in any gameplay. Final thing I wanted to talk about is the bedroom. In the bedroom, you can take all the naughty pictures that your your heart can desire. Your characters will sit in sexy poses and move around into sexual positions, and they get really sexual and sexy. The game doesn't contain any booby grabs or slapping of the ass like Senran Kagura Estival Versus, but it does come with really realistic girls. If they mix Senran Kagura with Dead or Alive, or if Xseed put a lot of time into making their girls look really realistic, or a similar Dead or Alive series, not necessarily the same characters, but just similar characters and really realistic like this game, Senran Kagura would win any day. So hopefully we get a really good Senran Kagura, because you can do a lot in that game that's more sexual than this game. And the gameplay in that game is really fun. As a whole, Dead or Alive Xtreme 3 is for the sex-starved and people who like to watch Dead or Alive girls being exploited audience. There are fewer features than past games. Every game seems to be taking out features. Dead or Alive 2 took out features that were in Dead or Alive Xtreme 1, and the same thing's going with this game. I really wish there was a multiplayer. I didn't know that past games had that until I looked it up. I never played the 360 version. I played the PSP version. So yes, there are fewer features, lots of transactions. I'm sure there's going to be a lot to come, and very bouncy booties and tits. Would you find yourself better served on online porn or this game? I'm sure you'd find yourself better sexual content elsewhere, but fans of Dead or Alive will love this if they wanted to get their minds dirty. Originally I was going to give this a 6 out of 10, but I replayed some of it and got these stripper scenes at the end, which are really fantastic. So that made it definitely had to give it a 7 out of 10. I enjoyed it more than the last game. I gave a 6.5 out of 10, so that's why I'm giving it a 7. But it is lacking in content. The girls never looked this good before, but it lacks very interesting gameplay aspects. Lots of photography for the inner pervert in you. So that's a 7 out of 10. Import this if you want an uncensored version, because the US version censored is going to be a lot worse. This is going to be the best version you're going to get. So get the Asian version with English subtitles. If there ever is a port over to the US, it's going to be censored. So you'll want to get this version if you want to get the game and you're really into the sexual part of it. Don't buy it for the gameplay, because the gameplay is very lacking. If you'd like to buy the game, I have a link to Amazon where they sell imported games on their website, I believe third party, and it'll help support my channel. Also, if you'd like to read my full written review, you can go to my blog, link below in the description. And thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to check out my other gameplay footage. Don't forget to thumbs up, comment below, and subscribe. See you guys. Bye.